Play.
So the reigning World Junior Champion, two-time World Junior Champion, Akane Yamaguchi for Japan.
One love.
And the one thing that maybe concerns me a little bit about Akane Yamaguchi is her height, or lack of it at the moment. She's 155, that's about 5'1". Now, you've got a daughter, you know these things better than me, but at the age of 16, about to be 17, she'll probably grow maybe a little bit more, but not an awful lot.
She might not grow at all.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, that can be sort of a problem for Yamaguchi later on, because she's very good retrieving, she's very good, you know, running around the court, getting it all back in a very good pace and all that. But when you look at it, I would say that I've noticed this week that her attacking abilities are really not that great, and that can be due to the fact that she is not that tall.
Yeah.
But what a good shot that was.
Yes, and lovely disguise and skill.
Very good.
But when you're playing against, you know, the Li Shuireis, the Wang Yihans, the very top Chinese players who are tall, elegant players. Now, why did she stop there?
I think she moved before time. I think, you know, you are not allowed to move before the shot is the shuttle is struck.
Well, sadly, we can't hear the umpire at all. I hope you can at home, but so I'm a little confused. So you think that she was faulted for moving before the serve was struck?
Yeah, on a high serve.
Okay. That would make sense, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's good. I think this first game will be very tricky for me. You know, this is the first match in the tournament. Yamaguchi has played twice already. She's got to settle in, find her ways. I think the first game here will be very difficult for her.
Interesting. Backhand serve from a 16-year-old in women's singles. You don't often see that.
No. It's new times.
Wow. It's intriguing. Exciting. I think it was a couple of years ago, you know, Morton, you and I were working together at, can't remember whether it was World Championships or Thomas and Uber Cup, Sudirman Cup, and you and I had a long discussion about the exciting time of women's singles.
Yeah, that was you and me.
Yeah. And we were talking about the fact everybody had said it's always China winning the big titles in women's singles, and you and I said there are a whole host of good up-and-coming players from Taipei, from India, from Thailand, Indonesia, and from Denmark.
Perhaps from Denmark.
Yeah, well, I think so, from Denmark.
It's very kind of you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we work very hard. Mia is the first of the players that, you know, I've not been involved with. But the other three players we've seen in this tournament so far are all players that I used to select as a national junior coach.
And of course I do apologise immediately, because I think the country I failed to mention was of course Japan, with women's singles.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But you're right, the competition in the women's singles is much better now.
Yeah.
Than it was some 4 or 5 years ago.
You know, I have a theory about how the world of women's singles in badminton began to change.
Okay.
And I think that you were heavily involved in that, and I'm not just saying that. I can remember, I think it was 2007 Japan Open, and a certain Tina Rasmussen, as she was then, She'd only won one tournament in her career. She'd had a horrendous injury, ruptured her Achilles, but I think she'd only ever won the Norwegian International. And from nowhere, unseeded, she won the Japan Open. And I believe that other players around the world, other nations, all of a sudden, she beat 5 Chinese-born players back-to-back to win that title.
Yes, she did.
And I believe that other players, some of the Germans, Juliana Schenk,
yeah.
some of the Sina Nehwal was just beginning to come into badminton then, and I think other nations saw that and believed that
it could be done.
It could be done.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that was the change of attitude.
Yeah, we had a fantastic tournament, and after that we went on to win. I don't know how many Super Series it was, but I think about 4, 5, 6, 7. Became quite a lot, and obviously it was a good start for Tina Rasmussen at the time.
Yeah.
And what a win it was at that Japan Open.
Yeah. Well, now we look at this youngster, already won a Super Series title at the age of 16, and she's flying at the beginning of this match, 11-5 up and just 5 minutes played. Yeah, well, no wonder she's looking happy.
Yeah, but she's usually a very happy girl.
Yeah?
She is.
Coach, thank you.
Yeah, they all seem in very good spirits.
11-5.
Danish girls, and they have lost this tie against Japan. But they've qualified for the knockout stage. Oh, that's a good clear.
Yeah, that's nice. That was going out.
12.
Is there anything tactically Blichfeldt should be changing?
I still think it's early days. I actually think it was pretty good being only 11-5 down at the interval. As I said, it's really tough. You're 16.
Yeah.
You've never played before. This is your debut.
Yeah.
And you go in and you play such a good opponent, and she has played two matches prior in this tournament. This is a tall order.
Yeah. Would you have given her a match earlier on then? Selected her? And
I think they have done well in the selections in Denmark. I think they've done some good choices.
Yeah.
So, you know, they have 4 good players, or very even players, but I think they gave the option to the right players at the moment.
Yeah. When you look at the Danish women's singles squad, the 4 players have an average age of under 19, just under 19. So, you know, what we've just been talking about of good youngsters coming up, and Denmark's looking good in those terms.
Yeah, we have another one, Natalia, back home as well. She's injured, have quite a lot of injuries, trouble with her knees and so on. But she's at the same level as the 4 others, so we actually got 5, perhaps another one, so up to 6 players at the same level.
That's incredible. Almost a Thailand scenario then.
Thailand is slightly better than Denmark. Slightly inverted commas.
Yeah.
No, Thailand is so good.
Yeah, wonderful.
Impressive. But I can't remember whether it was a conscious decision by Mia to play the difficult end to start with. But if it was, I think it was a very good conscious decision, because it's that's going out. She's losing that challenge there. But I think it was, you know, when you have to settle in and all that, take the worst end first anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, get it out of the way. Get ready for that second game. She's losing that challenge, definitely.
Challenge
But I like she made the decision herself.
One challenge left.
So often we see that, you know, players are turning around, looking at the coaches, should we challenge or not? And she made that decision straight away on her own, and I like that.
Service over. 8-16.
Did well to control that with a broken string.
Yep. And that's one of the areas where I think Yamaguchi is relatively weak, if we can talk about weaknesses of players of this standard.
Yeah.
But that's all the flat exchanges, body, all that. She is not still that developed that she's got that facility of being able to do that as well. So pressure on the body, pressure in all that, what we call double circumstances.
Yeah.
Play. Service over.
Yeah, definitely not happy with that serve. Way too high.
Yeah, I have to say Yamaguchi really is excellent at using all four corners of the court, isn't she, and outmanoeuvring her opponents.
Yeah.
That's landed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't waste a challenge
no,
on
don't
that.
do it. Don't do it.
Game points have arrived for Yamaguchi.
Yeah, but I will be looking forward to the next game. See if Mia can, you know, find her bearings and settle into this match and give Yamaguchi a fight for her money.
First game won by Japan, 21-9.
Yamaguchi very much in control in the opening game. 13 minutes and a scoreline of 21-9. It is going to be a more difficult end for Yamaguchi in the second game.
The last match of the afternoon session on court 2, third men's singles, Malaysia, represented by Kwon Soon-won, and Korea, represented by Soo Won-chong, umpire Kenny Ho, Australia, service judge Fitness Agarwal, India.
Strap. Thank you. Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20
Oh,
seconds.
very interesting that Lazua taking all of his allotted time to speak to Mia Blichfeldt, whereas Akane Yamaguchi's coach,
Second game.
Shuji Sato.
Love all.
Yep.
Only a quick word with her, and then he went and sat down again. He must be feeling pretty confident.
Yeah. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
It's nice to see.
One.
Some of the
love.
things
There he is, Sato.
Yeah. Probably one of the quickest players
Ever.
I've ever seen. Mamma mia, he was quick.
Yeah. Winner of 14 career singles titles.
Yeah, but he became a good doubles player too.
Two.
It was
Love.
Japan's representative at the London 2012 Olympics in men's doubles.
Three. Love.
Just wide.
Service over. 1-3.
Yeah.
Service over. 4.
I'm not saying it was a bad idea, but the placement was so poor. And that's why she's getting punished so easily. But don't get discouraged. Keep working your way.
5-1.
Oh, that's going wide.
Yeah.
6-1. Service over. 2-6.
You asked me earlier what I think Mia should do in this match, and in all honesty, I think it's safe to say that I think Yamaguchi will win it. But on the other hand, I think that Mia should start working her way into it, and she simply has to get that basic game up and running. She's got to play her clears, her drops, settle in, forcing some errors, keeping it going, not taking too many chances because she's playing herself into trouble most of the time, but simply play a good basic game and see what happens. She shouldn't try to create everything herself all the time. So just keep it going, play, let's see what happens, just like that. One more time, just play it, play it, play it. That's good. Keep it going and work her way into it. But you can see she is an actual attacking player. She wants to attack. It's a little bit against her nature.
Yeah. Enrico Hiroshi not selected today for the singles. I'm not going to say dropped.
There are occasions when players are dropped, but not selected is probably
more accurate.
Yes.
Yeah. When you've got at least 4 very good singles players, and you may need them for the quarter-final stage, and you know that's when it is crunch time, because if you don't win a quarter-final, you don't play again.
Yeah, so true, and I think actually that's what happened in in the Malaysian men's double, sorry, not the men's doubles, but Thomas Cup men's tournament, where Darren Liu is not selected to play that third single, and I think they are really trying to see if they can find an option there for that third singles.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. She doesn't have to create all the points herself. She's got to rely on a good basic game as well, and you know, see what the opponent is doing and not trying to score 2 times 21. That's good. Good angle.
Service over. 10-6.
Pushed it wrong. Yeah,
8,
you're right. It's
10.
only a 2-point difference now.
Yep. And it's all down to inexperience.
Hmm.
9,
Only 1
10.
point the deficit. And
So-
she hasn't had to do anything dramatic.
Totally out of the blue. Do nothing, just play the game, see what happens.
Another one goes long. And she's back level.
All.
Yep.
It's going wide.
Yes, yes.
Service
A
over.
nice comeback.
11,
Yeah.
10 interval.
Just 1 point in it at the mid-game interval. Akane Yamaguchi looked to be cruising at one stage. 6-1, 9-5. And Soju Sato, well, he'll need to get her fired up again.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Play.
Well, Yamaguchi does look very calm and collected for a 16-year-old, I have to say.
Absolutely agree. But she's already played, you know, good international badminton, and you can see she's already drawing from that experience.
Yeah. Good rally.
Out,
Going
out,
wide.
yes. Good fighting.
Yeah. And good use of all 4 corners of the court. And for the first time in either game, Blichfeldt goes into the lead. That's a lovely return. Couldn't have walked over there and placed it any better.
The good thing was it was with the skies.
Oh, what
nice.
a backhand from
Nice.
Yamaguchi.
Yeah. But that's the typical junior problem or mistake from that one there. Play it down the line. Not play that cross opening up the court, and we saw what happened. It's wide.
Service over. 13-all. Fourteen, 13.
Oh, that is good.
As she should have done before.
Yeah.
15, 13.
Oh, good defence.
Yeah.
So when Yamaguchi comes forward here, was she right to go down the centre, or should she perhaps just play the block?
The block or down the forehand.
Yeah.
If she can't push it harder than that when she plays the body, then she's got to find other options. That's a good follow-up by Yamaguchi,
Yeah.
really, and very calm. I like that action she had at the net there. Beautiful brush.
And especially after her last attempted kill,
Yeah,
that is very, very good character.
it is. Still having the faith.
Yeah.
Thank you. Service over. 17, 14.
Well, you said she was a fighter. That I have little doubt now. Not that I ever had any doubt in the first place, but I can see exactly what you mean.
Yeah. And I think it's also a very positive sign. Imagine, you play the first game, you lose 21-9. You're 16 years old, you play your debut, everything is not going your way, is it? But still she kept her cool.
Yeah. Well,
Challenge.
there's a challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's losing it.
Yeah.
Ball out.
Yamaguchi decided at the last moment to leave it. I think it was out.
Yeah.
We'll wait for Hawkeye. Oh, it's in.
Oh.
What a good challenge. Well,
One
well,
challenge
well.
remaining. 18, 14.
I think she was not really sure whether she wanted to challenge it. She just did a sort of can't be right, and then now she couldn't change it, and she was
Yeah.
lucky. Because it's very difficult to see, standing on the other side whether it's in or out on that baseline. So I would call that a lucky challenge, and I think she knew.
No, 2 points away from taking this second game.
Beautiful, nice variation, playing that flick serve. I like that. She's been serving low all the time, and then suddenly that flick came. It didn't pay off, but it was a good thing.
19.
Yep.
Service over.
So now game point opportunities.
Game point.
And remember, she was 6-10 down in this second game. Now 5 game points to level it at 1 game apiece.
Down the line, down
yeah,
the line, down
that's
the line.
the push across court that you were talking about before. Can't afford to play it cross court, got to play it straight. This one here.
If you want to go cross like what we see Ratchanok Intanon do at the net.
Yeah. It's going wide. It is 1 game all. 21-16.
Second game won by Denmark. 21-16. One
What
game
a
all.
turnaround. And what great fighting spirit from Mia Blichfeldt. 30 minutes and it's 1 game all. Well, at 10-6 in the second game, I didn't think we'll be seeing a third and deciding game. Yamaguchi a game and 10-6 up. And I think you and I, Morton, had both assumed it was going to be a 2-game encounter and that Yamaguchi would win. I do like the spirit of this young game, I have to say. That said, Yamaguchi, we've already made note of the fact she is a very cool customer. So this is going to be intriguing. That's a good technique on the backhand from Blichfeldt.
Very nice, very nice. I was so enjoyed when I saw it. Oh, that's...
Service over. One.
Very good defensive shot.
That's a misjudgment from Yamaguchi. She was there, she could have played it.
Service over. 1-0.
I understand Mia Blichfeldt still at school, so I'm just wondering in my own mind, Morton, how much opportunity she will get for international competition and international travel while she's still a schoolgirl.
She won't be travelling the circuit as many other players do, but I think the system in Denmark is really good. We're supported by what is called Team Denmark, and they really help all the young people to postpone exams and making sure that they can get their qualifications at the same time as when they're playing badminton. So a lot of things are done for the young players, which is really nice.
Yeah, Team Denmark, of course, not just involved in badminton, all sports.
All sports, yes.
And I understand that Anna-Tia Madsen.
It's the same thing.
The same thing.
Yeah.
spending 4 years instead of 3 years with her studying. Yeah.
We have special classes called Team Denmark classes, and a lot of young people attend those classes and take the qualifications, as you said, over 4 years rather than 3.
I think it's a wonderful system. I really do.
It gives them an opportunity to get through it all as a whole human being.
Which is very, very important.
And it's an interesting scenario when you look at the Danish Badminton League, because Sandra Maria Jensen and Mia Blichfeldt coming from the same club, but on the first team in the Badminton League, there's only room for 1 women's singles.
Wow.
That's a bit of a trick, isn't it?
Yeah.
And in another club there, Lisa, Line Kjærsvold has just moved there, and Anna Thea is playing there as well. So they're having the same issue.
Well, healthy competition within the same club.
Yeah.
5-4.
Interesting that the Danish Thomas Cup squad down here now, of course, they're going to be playing the evening session, also against Japan.
And also televised.
Yeah, on our court.
Yes. Oh. That I would challenge.
6-4.
Short. Oh, in fact, didn't go over.
Haven't we seen so many times that people get in doubt and do all sorts of funny things in a situation like that? I think she's scoring really nicely on those flat exchanges to the body, Mia Blichfeldt.
Service over. 7-6. Service over. 7-all.
Now, is that a long-term injury, Morton, for young Dane? The ankle?
Sorry, yes, she not long-term is the wrong word. I just saw it now, but I think that is actually one of the reasons why the other 3 has been chosen for the first 2 days, is because of Mia's having small niggly injuries, and you know, she's not completely 100%.
Yeah.
But obviously good enough to be selected for the team today. And that was a good shot by Yamaguchi. Very good.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
What was it you were saying a moment ago? If you're going to play from the net, if you want to play cross court,
yeah,
play it at the net.
play that one, yes. That one there.
Yeah.
Beauty.
9.
It's wide.
Yeah.
10.
Opened up a 3-point cushion as Yamaguchi.
Yeah, it was 7-all, 7-6.
7-all.
7-all. That's going out as well. Yeah.
One of 4 straight points.
11-7 interval.
But she's losing her patience. She should just play it as what she did earlier on in the game. Patiently get it back, see what happens, and Yamaguchi will also make mistakes.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Coach. Coach. Thank you. Player.
Well, the Japanese coach, Shoji Sato, seemed to be saying something about clipping down the overhead shots.
Play.
His gestures there, we couldn't hear what he was saying, but his gestures seemed to be something about,
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah. Well, this is 5 straight points now from 7-all.
Please do not use the flash on your camera. Thank you.
Well, that's good fighting. Not the best of rallies, but still a point. Yamaguchi really had the initiative here and missed the last one. Surely she can't be happy with that, and I also think that, you know, the body language is showing.
Even prepared to dive.
Yep. Whatever it takes.
The way women's singles is emulating the men's singles. Players prepared to throw themselves around the court in an effort to retrieve the shuttle.
And be reminded, it's rather painful on that floor. Talking from experience here. It's like sandpaper. That's nice.
Service over. 10-13.
Well, this is extremely difficult to call. I think, having started with the belief that Yamaguchi would win this encounter, well, you see the players there for the taking. Oh, that bounced.
Yeah.
Bounced on the floor, surely.
Yeah. Once again on the floor.
Yeah.
11.
Now, once again, will need to be mopped.
Yeah, there will be some bruises after this match.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do like the way she reaches out to take the shuttle as early as possible at the net. You know what's interesting me is that when I watched Akane Yamaguchi win the Japan Open last year, of course, it was sensational. She came through the qualifying. It was only her 4th ever tournament, international tournament at senior level. No pressure on her. All of a sudden, she's playing another 16-year-old. She's the world junior champion. She's expected to win. You and I have talked
played
about
the same tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pressure.
Exactly.
That's pressure.
And the difference, look at her. You've talked about body language. This is fascinating.
That's nice. That's very,
very nice.
Good shot.
15-14.
Well, sport is all about character and dealing with pressure. Who's got the nerve, who's got the mental toughness to deal with all the tough situations, all the pressure points.
16-14.
Yeah, that was a bit of an easy mistake from Mia Blichfeldt. That's going on.
It's long.
Very long, yeah.
But
it was good.
She was trying to play it straight. That's what you've been talking about.
It was a very good attempt. Anything she did in that rally, I think she did really well. This is very unlucky. That's good play. Oh, that's good deception. But this is where we see that it's not natural for Yamaguchi to attack. That smash was way out, in all honesty. It's not only out, it was way out.
After making the mistake, hand on head, why on earth? Yeah, she knows it better than anyone.
Yeah, it's the right shot, she just missed it. Yeah.
Well, every point so precious. Oh, she's down. Is she all right?
She's okay.
Oh, I didn't like the look of that. No, that was that right ankle. Oh, goodness me. Well, she won't quit, I know that. I didn't really like the look of that, Morton. Oh, goodness me, no, I didn't. Dear, dear me.
I can assure you, she won't quit.
No.
But maybe she was lucky enough to be able to take the weight off it as and when she felt.
Yeah.
Look at that. Isn't that just so good?
Yes.
She stepped into it there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was alluding to earlier about how she loves to come forward and look to take it early. Yeah, having played the first block, she was hovering, waiting to pounce.
Yeah. It's going out, yes.
Well, I said a moment ago, every point was so precious. And now, after 52 minutes of fascinating badminton, Akane Yamaguchi has 2 match point opportunities.
It's out. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a challenge.
Yeah, you have to do that. You have to do it.
Well,
it's not a lot, but I think it's out.
Well, Blichfeldt herself thinks it's in doubt. She's ready to shake hands.
She's ready to say thanks a lot.
Yeah, come on, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
A big smile.
Well, I think it's a wonderful decision again. You know, she's so alert. You know, she knows she's got that challenge left.
Yeah. It was out.
It was out.
By a whisker. So the victory to Japan and Akane Yamaguchi in the battle of the 16-year-olds. 21-9, 16-21, 21-18 in the deciding game. My goodness me. The future of women's singles in the world of badminton is very, very bright. These 2 players are going to be mega stars come a year or 2's time. What a match. 53 minutes. And the victory for Yamaguchi means that Japan beats Denmark 4-1 in this group decider.